What if I told you that you, whether you're an individual sales rep or an owner of a company, could be using direct mail to get really cheap, easy leads without even having to outsource it to an agency, something that you or your team could be doing at night while watching TV to get leads that are so hot they close like that? Well, that's what I'm going to be teaching you in today's video, because direct mail is not dead. I want to show you an email I got from Noah, who sent this to me. I actually have a few of these stories that I want to share with you so you can see that this is legit. Noah says, "I hope all is well, Adam. A few things for you. I sent some direct mail letters to homes that were missing shingles and got a call to one, and I showed up and the wife answered. She said she is in marketing and those things almost never work. She said she wasn't sure why it worked, but they called and I was able to help them, so the material works." So the material he's referencing is the material inside my marketing battle pack, which is included in my sales system. Options available, by the way, for both reps and owners. Now, Noah said that this woman is in marketing and these things don't work, but for some reason it worked for them. Then we've got another letter from Jeff, and Jeff says, I'm just going to read a snippet. "I will sign 4% of the folks that I mail to." 4% of the people he mails. Now, your results may vary. He is following the system very closely, and Jeff has even run with it and doing some really cool stuff. 4% means for every 100 letters he mails, he gets 4 deals. To put that into comparison on postcard mailers or bulk direct mail, which this is very different, that is, your response rate could be a 0.5% to as high as 2% just for the lead. So if 0.5% to 2% call the office, then out of those, however many are qualified is going to drop off, say about 20%. And then from there, we book an appointment, and then you have your actual close rate, which industry standard, again, is about 30%. Your results may vary. Maybe you're one of the crazy high closers, 60, 70%. But either way, you're getting from 2%, another chunk goes out, and then your close rate. Versus 4% send to mail. We've got another, by the way, I have another guy who did, he emailed me, he goes like, I got a couple million. Here's Savannah, direct mail works. And then I got one more of a company that was very resistant to it. They said they don't believe that it would work. He says, we got our first 3 appointments from direct mail this week. Let's see if we can get that in focus. We got our first 3 appointments from direct mail. 3 appointments from doing what? This. I want to show you why this still works and why direct mail is not dead. But first, welcome back. Adam Bensman here, the Roof Strategist, and everything I do here on my channel is designed to help you and your team smash your income goal and give every customer an amazing experience. And I started my channel and started providing my material because as a sales rep, despite the fact that the company I was with, I love, and the owner is a very dear friend of mine, we just didn't have the training and resources available to everybody from the beginning. You know, it was tough. Like we did what we all did, which was we figured it out on our own. And I know that figuring it out on your own is what leads to really high turnover. And in my estimation, about 66% of first-year sales reps quit or get fired in their very first year. It's because they weren't prepared. So my entire sales system that's being used by many, many thousands in every state in the U.S. for both storm and retail, from tiny companies that are just getting started to some of the top residential roofing companies in America, they're using my system, and it was developed to be used regardless of the technology that you had, regardless of budget. And direct mail is one of those powerful ways to arm every single salesperson, or yourself if you're a salesperson, with a strategy to make more deals so you're not reliant on company leads, so you don't have to only knock doors, and so you can take advantage of your door knocking efforts if no one's home. Now, I've done an entire playlist of videos on this strategy, but I want to revisit it because it's relevant now, because people are thinking direct mail's dead, and it's not. It's actually even more lucrative than before. And I'll share why in a moment. But if you're interested in that playlist, click right up here. If you're on YouTube, you can click it. It's a playlist on using direct mail. So let's take a look at how it works. Direct mail letter comes in the mail. And what do most people do? You grab all your mail, and while you're standing here, don't worry, I have one little thing hiding I'm going to share with you. What do people do with their mail? They spread it out on their counter, and we do this sorting method, right? We go, okay, pamphlets and brochures instantly go where? In the garbage, right? And then we look at the next pile of things that are in envelopes addressed to us, and we sort from there. We go, okay, that's a bill or something you need to take care of, or that's just one of those marketing gimmicks, and then you throw it out. And then you have your final pile of mails, and maybe if you're fortunate enough to have a grandparent alive, the like one card that ever comes to you personally in the mail, and you go through that little bit of mail, but everything else goes in the trash. So when you open your mailbox and you pull out something that looks like this, let me ask you, is that going in your trash or open? Yeah, now if you're tuning into the podcast, you're seeing him holding up a hand-addressed, hand-stamped envelope. And even the stamp's a little crooked, there's a little smiley face on it. What happens is this catches someone's attention. And the first step we need to do is get them to do what? Open the letter. And when they open that letter, we can even put a little something on the outside. And then there's your letter, okay? And the letter is a note that starts with, sorry I missed you. Here's a short note explaining why I stopped by. Are you going to keep reading or throw it out? Someone stopped by your house. You're going to keep reading. The rest of this letter provides the value. It's a personal touch. These long letters, called long form letters, long form direct mail letters, they work so well, which is why Noah had a woman who's in marketing reach out, because when someone takes the time to read that, we're holding their attention much longer than if they get a postcard and it just says like, so-and-so roofing company, free inspections, call today, limited time offer, $1,000 off. They get a million of those things. And unless someone reaches out and tugs on their heartstrings and says, I care about you, this is how I can help, that lead quality is about here, versus when they read that long letter and it came in a very personal envelope, there's a very human touch. The leads are about this high. And I actually just talked with a gentleman, his name's Jared. He's using this material. He said his close rate on these letters, the leads off these letters, is 90%. And I hear that consistently. I talked with Jared last week, by the way. He's been using them for 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3. But anyway, 2 or 3 years, 90% close rate because the quality of those leads are so high. Now, why is direct mail not dead? Because your inbox here on this thing, your phone, this thing is cluttered. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok. We're bombarded with messages, DMs, ads. Their ads are even getting into your email inbox. The digital landscape is so cluttered because it's fast, it's cheap, and it's easy. But very few people are willing to put the time in to play in direct mail. So for those that are, your opportunities are as simple as just doing this, and you can start getting leads because this box is less competitive than this box. So direct mail, in my opinion, is even more of an opportunity in today's time than it was in the past because everybody was doing it and now very few people are, and those that are trying it are doing the cheap, easy way. Excuse me, I shouldn't say cheap, it's actually more expensive. What I meant to say is the fast, easy way. Mass mailers means you're sending mail to everybody that may or may not be qualified. If you want to learn the strategies behind these, you have 2 paths. One, check it out in my sales system. There's a link in the description below. I provide over 280 letters, emails, all the marketing material that's templates, you copy, paste, fill in the blank, that you or your team could be using. I have them for storm, for retail, for residential homes. Sorry, I missed you. 3-tab letter, wind damage letter. It's the end of the storm season letter. We've got retail options as well. Again, before it's too late, limited time financing offers. We've got material for churches, apartments, landlords, if you knock on a renter's property, all of that. And when you start using a very specific letter to a highly qualified list, meaning, you stop by this house, you look at the address and they weren't home and now I can mail them. And then when you mail them, now you show back up. And again, the strategy and all that I reveal up here, or it's in my full sales system. So this playlist you can take a peek at. In my sales system, you can text the word demo, D-E-M-O, to 303-222-7133. That's demo, D-E-M-O, 303-222-7133. Happy to walk you through in a demo so you can see and decide for yourself. But in that program, you're going to learn how, like the complete strategy. By the way, people ask, because in my old videos they say, Adam, I just want the battle pack. The battle pack is available with the full sales system. And the reason that I made that change is because I felt like I was selling a hammer without blueprints. And so many people would reach out and be like, well, great, now what do I do with them? And I was like, okay, it's more than just the tool, it's the strategy that makes it effective. So when folks like Jeff, who are getting, again, 4% from send to deal, it's because he's using the whole strategy, knowing how to connect the dots between his door knocking efforts, his direct mail strategy, linking back to door knocking, linking in even the letters on the door at the key points in the right neighborhood at the right time with the right letters. And then when all of those come together, it's not the letters work really well, but the letters work even better when we know how it all goes in as a system. So again, if you want to learn more about that, text demo to 303-222-7133. There's a link in the description as well. And just because our time here is about to wrap up, I don't want your and my time to actually finish because we've got more to do together. So remember, before we jump into our conclusion, direct mail is not dead. This inbox is less cluttered than this inbox. Your opportunity is to write these letters in the comfort of your couch at home and get yourself hot leads that close at a wildly high rate. So if you want to learn more, jump into my free training center. I got some stuff in there as well. We can also hop into this playlist on YouTube and you can learn a little bit more about it. And if you're someone who just wants to take the leap, jump all in, skip the learning curve, get the whole system, text demo 303-222-7133. And I'll see you in the next one.